Alright, we are going to get started with our Tuesday night show just as soon as I get the streaming link up everywhere. Hello everyone, welcome to Tuesday night's edition of the Live Ones. I am Big Matt, your capper extraordinaire. It is November 23rd, 2021. Headlines for today: the New York Giants have fired offensive coordinator Jason Garrett without even granting him the dignity of letting him finish out his second just crap season where absolutely nothing happened. The Giants have averaged 18.9 points per game this season. They're 25th in the NFL on offense. That's a little bit marginally better than last year when they were 31st in the league, but, that's like, the two times that I got stung in the eye by a wasp, which was the better one. The Giants have scored 30 points only once in the 26 games since Garrett joined the team, not exactly a ringing endorsement. I remember I said when the hire was made, exactly what about that Cowboys offense when Jason Garrett was head coach all those 9 years screamed out to you, this is totally going to work with a team that's in the middle of a rebuild. Jason Garrett was a meat puppet, let's face it. He was a vanilla, dull as a beige room coaching mind that needed he got Tony Romo, DeMarco Murray, Des Bryant, Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Dak Prescott, and Zeke Elliott all dropped in his lap by a owner/GM for all of his other faults and how he manages the team. Does draft really, really well in terms of skill position players. And he somehow managed, with all that talent, to not win like 2 or 3 Super Bowls over that decade like he should have. Yeah, that's who I want calling my plays. Sad thing is, he's going to have another job next year. I mean, somebody's going to scoop him right the hell up because, all his talent the past 2 years was constantly injured, and he'll just use that as an excuse. He'll catch on somewhere else and get another chance. Wander Franco, with less than a year of MLB playing time, has agreed to a 12-year contract with the Tampa Bay Rays that guarantees him around $185 million. I think you're going to see a lot more of these in the future with young guys. It's pretty much an open secret now that everyday player free agents, not pitchers, cannot get monster deals anymore after age 30. So many guys that get drafted at 18 or 19 right out of high school don't make it up into the big leagues until they've gone through the minor league system until they're about like 23 or 24. Sometimes your rookie deals in baseball are 4 years with a possible 2 years of arbitration tacked on to the end before you even hit the free agency market. So most players don't even get to test the waters of what they're worth until they're 30. They get one chance to cash in on their life's work and their career, and most teams are like, nah, you're only going to decline in value from here. We're good. I think Bryce Harper set the precedent with the Phillies. Mike Trout followed soon after. We want years of the new currency of baseball contracts. We don't want to be negotiating free agent contracts when we're 32 or 33 years old. Anyways, it's great news for the LA Dodgers, who are undoubtedly going to be trading 5 or 6 prospects to the Rays for him in about 3 or 4 years after the Rays World Series window closes. That's just how the Dodgers roll, y'all. It's a really short slate of sports action tonight. Only 4 NBA games and 3 NHL games. Obviously, everyone's loading all of their action into tomorrow ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. But there is a huge game in college hoops tonight. Obviously, number 1 Gonzaga versus number 2 UCLA in the Good Sam Empire Classic in Las Vegas. Not that anyone needs a reminder, but this is a rematch of that epic Final Four game from last year's tournament that ended with Gonzaga winning 93-90 in overtime. And what makes this rematch so intriguing is that UCLA is they've got everybody back who played in that last game, pretty much. Can they pull off the upset and get revenge? We shall see at 10 o'clock Eastern tonight. Didn't get time for a video yesterday, but if you were following me on Twitter, like you should be, at Live One Sports, we had a monster night. We went 5-1 on our college hoops, NBA, and NHL picks. Only play that missed was our Monday Night Football pick, unsurprisingly, because Jason Garrett can't coach offenses that aren't stacked with Pro Bowlers who do the work for him to save his life. I said it. That's right, Cowboys fans. I already won on Penn and Towson's over 134.5 earlier today, so we're already 1-0 for the day. We've got our last Tuesday night of MACtion to cover for the year. More college hoops, NBA, and NHL. let's get right to it. And we're going to start with the MACtion game, Western Michigan and Northern Illinois. The Huskies, let's face it, shocked everyone this year, clinching a spot in the MAC title game last week with that overtime thriller against Buffalo. Nobody expected this team to compete at all. But now they've got very little to play for and might not exactly have their foot on the gas tonight. Western Michigan can't get into the title game, but they are playing for a more prime bowl slot, so I expect a little bit more motivation from them. The Broncos have far and away the better defense of these two teams, relatively strong against the pass and the run alike, only allowing 29 points a game. Remember, this is the MAC, so we're grading on a curve here. That's a good offense for the MAC. The Broncos also have an offense that's balanced but inefficient. 447 yards of offense a game, actually a little bit better than Northern Illinois' vaunted offense. But the problem for the Broncos is that they cough up the ball a lot. They're 113th in the country in turnover ratio with 9 giveaways to 3 takeaways. The pace of this game, too, is a pretty good, solid indicator of how it's going to go. These teams are 104th and 96th in the country in tempo, respectively. So I like the under 61 points tonight in this game. So moving on over to college hoops, and like I said, we're 1-0 already for the day in college hoops, but I got a game I like tonight, and that's K-State versus Illinois. K-State is a 10.5-point dog here. That's way too big a spread, and it's only gotten a point bigger since opening with the public taking Illinois. Why? Did they look good against Marquette? Did they look even passable against Cincinnati? I mean, they're 1-3 against the spread so far. They're shooting 39% from the floor, 28% from 3, and 65% from the free throw line. Really underwhelming numbers for a team that's ranked in the top 25. If anything, Kansas State has the more impressive offenses of these teams, these two teams so far, at least relative to expectations, I would say. Nigel Pack is scoring almost 16 points a game. Selton Miguel's adding another 11, and probably most importantly, they're getting 19 points a game from their bench. K-State looked competitive with Arkansas. Illinois has yet to put on anything resembling a good performance versus a Power 6 team. The spread is where it is, frankly, because Illinois is ranked number 14 in the country, and they're only ranked number 14 at the moment, quite frankly, because they started off so high, they're going to let them lose a few more before they drop them out. But make no mistake, the Illini are just really disappointing to open the season. That's my sound judgment there, I would say. I'm taking Kansas State plus the 10.5 points tonight. I think they keep this a lot more competitive than the public seems to think at the moment. Over to the NBA. Again, short slate tonight, but I like a play on the Pistons and Heat game. Looks like Bam Adebayo is going to be back from whatever illness he was dealing with. It's not COVID. And obviously Isaiah Stewart is out following that absolute travesty where LeBron James basically pulled a Reggie Dunlop from Slapshot, where he just baited Hanrahan into a fight. Hanrahan started to skate away, and then he just heard something else, and then he just did this big circle all the way back around the referee and just went absolutely apeshit. But he was totally baited into it. His nose is smeared all over his face. He's got a completely bloody face from that cheap shot from LeBron. But yeah, of course, LeBron gets a 1-game suspension, and Isaiah gets 2 games. Whatever. So the Pistons are down all of their true centers. Up against Jimmy Butler, Bam, Kyle Lowry, and PJ Tucker. What are the Pistons even going to do on either side of the ball? I mean, they're going to lose this on size alone in any portion of the game that's played in either team's paint. The Heat win this one walking away, cover this 9.5-point spread easily. I'm taking the Heat, laying the points. And last but not least, over to the NHL. I like the Oilers and the Stars tonight. You talk about a clash of styles. That's what you're getting tonight. The Oilers, still for my money, the most exciting offense in hockey, with the duo of Connor McDavid and Leon, I always screw up his last name, Draisaitl. Sure, seems right. Taking on the Dallas Stars, who make no secret of the fact that they like to at least, they like to at least try to win on defense. They like to try to keep it tight. But that script kind of fell apart on them last year and the beginning of this year. Right now they're sitting at 21st in the league in goals allowed and 27th penalty kill percentage, but they are at least playing a little bit up to the level of the team that their fan base thinks they should be. They scored 16 goals in their last 4 games. But I don't trust the Stars team. I haven't seen enough from them yet. The Oilers, I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get a ton of goals. I really like the Oilers tonight on the money line, and you can get them at a really good price right now, even money. So that is my 4th and final play for the night. Everyone bet safe, stay safe. Follow us on Twitter at LiveOneSports. Check us out on Roku and Fire TV at the Live Ones. Have yourselves a great Tuesday night, and we will see you tomorrow.